I want to get reaction now from one of the journalist's colleagues. Kevin Krolicki is the Reuters regional editor for Asia. He joins me now via Skype from Yangon. Kevin, thank you for joining us here on the program. This is a very troubling verdict. What is your response to the court's decision today?
Well, this is it's a deeply disappointing result. It's a dark moment. It's a heartbreaking result for the families of Wallon and Chosu, who have already been imprisoned for 8 months. And it's also very clearly a threat to the rule of law and the free press that any democracy requires.
Last week, the United Nations, they called for Myanmar's top generals to stand trial for genocide, for the crimes committed against the Rohingya. Is this the very issue that your colleagues reported on, and as a result, prompted the state to come after them?
Well, as your report noted, Wallon and Chosu were looking into a massacre, a mass killing that happened in a village called Indin just over a year ago. There was compelling evidence at the trial that the police arrested them to block that reporting. And unfortunately, today's verdict lends support to those in the police department who sought to cover up evidence of a real crime that would not have come to light had it not been for the reporting of these two men.
So what's going to happen to press freedom in Myanmar after this verdict? Is it going to be impossible to expose other rights abuses in the country?
Well, the government of Myanmar has said through this judicial process, that it didn't want to comment, it didn't want to intervene while the process was underway. Now it has the responsibility and the opportunity to do the only right thing that remains, and to free Wallon and Chosu.
And this has been called a landmark press freedom case. This has been called just a tragedy for Myanmar, but really at the center, it's about the lives of two men who have been suffering for a while now. Could you tell us a little bit more about Wallon and Chosu, who they are, and what are they like as individuals and as colleagues?
Wallon and Chosu, very, very different personalities involved together in this reporting. Chosu had said at one point he would have rather been a real estate agent, but he felt that at this stage in Myanmar's transition to democracy, this is what he needed to do. Both of them book lovers, both of them charitable, both of them now, unfortunately, tragically separated from their young families. Wallon has a newborn daughter he's not met. Chosu's 3-year-old daughter has only been able to see him in court and in handcuffs over the last 8 months. This is an injustice, and it really needs to be addressed by the government of Myanmar.